Hey Tanya, your case is so interesting. It sounds like you found a lot of really good ones from North Carolina. I'm from Georgia and I had a little bit of a harder time finding a case, but that was just so crazy to me, especially romantic relationships. I had the same thoughts that, like, these are counselors and they're going through training, continued education, like, you know better. That's why it's just so shocking that this still happens. I talked about that in my video as well, just remembering like that obviously counselors are real people and they mess up just like everyone else does, even if it's in extreme, crazy ways. But at the end of your video, you said you were just shocked that, like, someone had to have seen this stuff happening or just like signs of it. And that really reminded me of the Indian movement that is going on this month. It kind of happens all year, but February is its biggest month, and it's just this organization that has started to end human trafficking. I think it's a really good resource and ways for counselors to advocate, as we've been talking about. And so the End It movement is basically, there's one day this month that happened last week, and you write a red X on your hand and post it to just create awareness for sexual trafficking. And I understand this romantic relationship may not have been trafficking, but it just connected that into my head. And so the biggest thing with that is like, why are you creating awareness? Like, what does that X do? It's not stopping slavery. And I've been seeing a lot of people post about, to if you see something, say something, and like you'll see that sign in the airport, see something, say something. And I think that's really huge to be an advocate in that way. Like in this situation, if another counselor, if you see something that even seems just the slightest off, it's really important to report that and let someone know, because it could be something and it's better to report it and it not be anything than to not say anything, obviously. And this counselor to lose their license, or not necessarily to report for the counselor's sake, but just for the sake of good ethics, and to potentially save that client from an uncomfortable relationship that they may or may not have wanted to be in. And obviously that counselor is in a lot of trouble and not where they would like to be. So yeah, see something, say something. It just made me, with that phrase, come to my mind for the End It movement and sex trafficking that is just super prevalent right now, especially in Georgia, where Atlanta is just one of the number one hubs for that. That's just always on my mind and something I think we should be more aware of.